So what was the shift that day that you said, I'm going to love myself deeper today, or I'm going to love myself unconditionally today? What snapped?
I don't think
6 months ago, wasn't that long ago.
No, I don't think it was a snap. I think it was just learning. It was just me learning.
Was there something that happened, that you saw something, or did someone say something to you and you said, oh my God?
No, no one said something. I did an interview, and I did a 500k bike ride, which is about 400 miles, a 400-mile bike ride in 4 days. And I realized that I'm doing this bike ride not for me, for others, but at the same time I'm also doing it for me, because I realized that if I achieve this, I can achieve anything. And I did this interview and a performance on Live Nation, you know, with millions of people watching in Australia, and I did it to promote this bike ride. And I think the day I did it, I realized I don't have a jacket. I'm actually wearing a shirt, and I'm not going to be able to get a jacket in time. So I hopped on this interview, and I kind of didn't have a choice. I went on and I just said, stuff it. You know what? This is obviously meant to be. And so I just went with it. And up until that day, I've just felt comfortable with who I am. And still I struggle, don't get me wrong. I still struggle because I'm like any other 21-year-old guy. I go on dates or I go and meet girls and I do that sort of stuff. And I still hide. I still get shy. And I'm still getting into that process because it was only 6 months ago. So I'm still getting into that process where I just got to feel comfortable with who I am. But I know that when I'm in an interview, I have to love myself, and I know that in life I have to love myself, but it's a challenge. It's not easy.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you guys how to do it. I can't tell you guys what the motivation is to do it or tell you how to do it. All I can say is just do what you do, and as long as you love what you do and you're honest about what you do and you're honest about who you want to be. And a lot of people realize it, but a lot of people don't. Subconsciously, they don't even know that they're in that situation until someone points it out.
Absolutely. And they have to feel it themselves, and it's not an easy thing because you could, oh, I'm happy with myself because this happened, and the next day you're back to, oh, I'm me again.
Yeah.
You know, especially with celebrities when I work with them, they're on a high because of a movie, and then they quickly, you know, what's my next thing? Or if they don't get anything, or oh, I gained 5 pounds, or whatever's happening, then they stop loving themselves. So I think you're a great message for that of.
Yeah, I mean, in that 6 month period, I also went through a stage. So 6 months ago, I also went through a stage where I didn't eat. I didn't, because I thought I had to be, you know, thin and whatever. Now I eat everything. Like, I'm just like, you know what, stuff it. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna just be myself, be who I am.
Yeah.
But the only difference is, I'm gonna do it healthily. I'm gonna do it so I feel good. And so a lot of people, again, with weight and with all that sort of stuff, be who you are, eat whatever you want, but there's a key to that, in moderation. It's like, go and drink, it's go and have fun, go and date girls, go and date guys, go and do what normal people do, because it is normal, it's a part of life.
Yes.
And the more we ridicule it, the more we judge it, the more people start to realize, oh, and they start to hide, and then they start to create these little gangs or little cults or and there's nothing wrong with that, don't get me wrong, but they start judging and because
it makes them feel good and it makes them feel superior.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. But everyone, those that are extremely religious, I say this to you, God says not to judge.